Yo, welcome into this video, guys. Today I'm here with my guy, Kevin.
What's up, brother?
This is an absolute OG fitness coach, also known as Supacoopaaa. How long have you been fitness coaching, Kevin?
Online?
Yeah.
Online since 2021.
Heck yeah, bro. Tell them a little bit about, who you help, what you do.
Yeah, so I help men and women all over the world who want to be the biggest person in their family, the one in their family to end heart disease, diabetes, and lead by example for their family and their community. So it's a lot of people that are already doing well in their family life and in their career, but they just want to build a body that matches it.
I love that. And if you watch this guy's content, you'll realize this is not an ordinary human that we're speaking to. This guy has some extraordinary motivation. It's pretty inspiring. So today you're in for a treat. We're just gonna go through a gritty workout. I'm gonna show Kevin something I call the grit method, which is a little bit of a different style of training. It's all about efficiency, getting good bang for your buck. We might even go do some crazy hit stuff at the end just to really tap into our full potential. And yeah, you're just gonna be a fly on the wall. We're just gonna work out, yap a little bit. So come on, it's gonna be pretty fun.
Let's go, baby.
Kevin.
Let's get it.
All right. So Kevin, we're gonna start here. This is what I call the gritty pushdown. Have you ever done a tricep pushdown like on this setup before?
I don't think so.
So this is my favorite way to do the tricep pushdown. The reason is it's more stable than if you're standing. So you ever notice, like if you're standing, if you go a little too heavy, you start to get a little bit unbalanced and you can kind of like mess up your form. When you're lying here on the bench, you're like so locked in. So because it's stable, basically what that means is we can put all our effort just towards training the triceps as hard as possible.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, so kind of what it's gonna look like is this. And I'm gonna teach you something I call the gritty reps. So the gritty reps is just my way of explaining. It's just those last 5 reps before failure that are the most important for building muscle.
Right.
So when you get towards the end of a set, you're like pushing your hardest, it's kind of going slow and it kind of looks gritty. That is like the secret sauce for muscle growth. Like I used to do really high volume. I would train like 2 hours in the gym, lots of supersets, lots of drop sets, kind of training kind of light, just kind of, doing 10, 12, 15 reps, chase the burn, that style. It worked for me for a while when I was like beginner to intermediate. I ended up getting a really bad shoulder injury on my shoulder in 2023 and knocked me out of the gym for like 2 months.
Damn.
And I was like a trainer at the time, so be out of the gym, as you know, it's like a huge deal.
Right.
So during that time I was out of the gym, I was like, all right, let me like figure out like how does muscle growth actually work? Because the only data I had in my brain around muscle growth was like, just tear down the muscle and it'll build back bigger with the protein. Right. So I was just coming to the gym just trying to like tear down the muscle and that was it. But I didn't actually know the science behind how it worked. So during that time I was out of the gym, I was like, all right, let me figure out how it works, find a better way. And I found a guy named Beardsley, who's actually one of the top exercise physiologists like in the world. Like this guy is a master of his craft. Like if you look at his content, it'll just look like hieroglyphics because it's just straight data and studies. But I was like, all right, like I listened to his podcast, I barely understood it. I pretty much didn't understand it all, but I was like, let me just commit myself to learning from this guy. So I listened to a bunch of his podcasts. I was really barely understanding it still, but I was like, I was all in because I was out of the gym. I didn't have anything else better to do. So I ended up hiring Chris as my mentor. It was quite a bit of money as an investment, but we did like some Zoom calls together and I pretty much just committed myself to learning from Chris. And he taught me all this crazy scientific stuff. He taught me something called motor unit recruitment, mechanical tension, neuromechanical matching, the sensation of innervation, excitation, contraction, coupling failure, really weird scientific stuff that I was like, all right, this is gonna be pretty much irrelevant to 99.9% of people, but I was like kind of nerding out about it at the time. So it was cool knowing it. But the most important like practical thing that I learned was what I call the gritty reps, which is just understanding that it's the last 5 before failure that are the most important for building muscle. So once I learned that, I kind of changed my training strategy from like doing all the supersets, all the drop sets, all the chasing the burn, to really trying to just go for those gritty reps.
Yeah.
And kind of like how I explain it is like if building muscle is like cutting through a steak, a lot of people, it's kind of like they use a butter knife. So they go in the gym, they do a bunch of stuff, they go really fast, they don't take a lot of rest, but because the knife is so dull, it's not like they're making that much of a dent into the steak. When you understand how to do the gritty reps, it's kind of like using a steak knife, right? So you come in the gym, you do a nice effective cut, you take a long rest, you sharpen the knife, nice effective cut, long rest, sharpen the knife, and then repeat, right? So it's not just about doing more, it's about getting more from what you do. So I totally changed my strategy. My workouts took less time. I started working out less days per week. I went from like 6 days to like 4 to 5, and I didn't lose any gains. I actually made more gains. I saw more muscle, got stronger. So I was like, holy cow, like let me try to teach this to people. And then I also just tend to work with very busy, like professional dudes that have a demanding career, relationships. So it was also just really helpful for them because it was very time efficient. Would you say you're like a busy dude in general?
100%, yeah.
So would it be nice to have a way to come in the gym and be like, oh shoot, I can get more from less?
100%. It's all about efficiency.
Heck yeah, then this should be pretty helpful for you, bro. All
right,
right, so I'm gonna show you how I like to do it. For starters, when you're doing the gritty reps, you can always take a warm up if you want. For me, I tend to just go straight into the gritty sauce. Like I say, Cheetos don't stretch.
Shit, you said.
But that's also because it's very simple, very stable, so you're not gonna get hurt unless it's like a complicated exercise usually.
Yeah.
But I digress. I'm gonna pick a heavy weight that's gonna get me right near failure, right around like 5, 6, or 7. But I'm just really going for those last 5 before failure. So it should look like this, bro. I'm pushing as hard as I can with every rep.
Let's go, Jacob. Nice. Good stretch there, too.
Thanks, bro. Come on.
It's all you.
Like that, bro. Woo, holy cow.
All right.
Like that, dude?
Yes, sir. Should I yell gritty, too?
Yeah, let's go gritty, too. But we're going to have to figure out what weight's going to get you in the gritty zone because you haven't done this exercise before.
Yeah. So what would you tell a client how to figure out their gritty zone?
To figure out your gritty zone, you don't want to go for the super heavy like right away. You kind of want to feel it out a little bit. So like let's try 70 first. No, let's try 80. I think you should be good with 80.
Right.
Also have just good grit intuition. Grit intuition, you might say.
Ready to try it here?
Yep. Perfect, bro. Good. Exactly, bro. And I just want you to push as hard as you can and as fast as you can with every rep. It should go slow, not manually. It should be going slow automatically because it's heavy. That's perfect, dude. Good. You finish right at your hips. Perfect, bro. That's gritty sauce. Good, Kevin. Nice piece. Gritty. Good. Nice, Kevin. That's solid, bro. Love that grit. Yes, sir. Let's go, beast. Gritty. Finish that. Good. Let's see if we got one more in you. Gritty. Holy smokes. All right, call it there, bro. Leave one in the tank. Yeah. Very optimal. Very optimal. So I would do, for next set, you're gonna, because that was probably what, like 1 in the tank maybe? Yeah. So when I say in the tank, like how many, do you think you could have done 1 more potentially, or is that right to fit to 2?
Could do 1 more on my own, yeah.
So I wanted that because, you know, you got to 9, right? So what I would rather do, if I ever do a weight, I'm like, all right, I could definitely get more than 7. Even if I'm on like rep 3, I'm like, all right, I can get more than 7. I'm gonna just call it early. I'm gonna go a little heavier. That way I can just get to the important reps earlier rather than later.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? But that was like kind of right on that border where it was good that you got all the way near failure. So let's do a long rest now. You're gonna rest, like when I say long rest, how much rest do you normally take between sets?
Depends on the workout, but usually about 1.5 to 2 minutes.
Okay, nice. With the grit method, basically like you wanna do a set that's so intense that you're like, holy cow, like I gotta take like 3 minutes of rest.
Right, cool.
That's like, you wanna make it be like, I need that rest, you know what I mean? Pretty much like you did. So we'll do a super long rest. I'm gonna have you go to 90 on the next set. I think you should get to failure closer to like 5, 6, or 7. So that was very optimal, bro. I'm gonna go back to 100 and we'll do it like that. But bro, that's enough yapping for me. I want to hear from you, bro. Like what even got you into fitness coaching in the first place?
So what got me into fitness coaching, I've never shared this before really publicly except on maybe a podcast, was, you know, I was already into the gym, and my uncle, Freddy, was a personal trainer in Westport, Connecticut. And a lot of people said I looked a lot like him. He inspired me to be like the superhero. Ooh, I'm getting emotional talking about this. Like a superhero in my own life and take my fitness seriously. And he was born with a missing valve in his heart.
Really?
Because heart disease runs in my family. My grandma died at 50 of a massive heart attack, never met her. And my Uncle Freddy had multiple massive heart attacks in his life. And then every time he would die for 5 minutes at a time. And the doctor said, if you weren't so healthy, you would have died on the spot. And my Uncle Freddy was Jack. He was like the Terminator.
Wow.
And since people said I looked like him a lot, like I wanted to embody his lifestyle. And he was a personal trainer. And unfortunately, you know, when he was 51, I think, he passed away. It finally got him. And at his wake, you know, I was an in-person trainer at the time. And at his wake, there's thousands of people lined up there, like thousands, not even family members. And they had to turn people away. It was just hours and hours. And I was standing in line with the family.
Yeah.
And kids were coming up to me crying that I've never met before, saying, your uncle changed my life. He gave me the confidence I always wished I had. And in that moment, every person's hand I shook, I could feel the impact he made. And I said, I want to keep his legacy going forever. And I said, if I could take his energy that he put in Westport, Connecticut, and I do this worldwide online, how many people's lives can I impact before I die? And so every single day, whether I want to feel like showing up or not, I'm like, somebody out there is counting on your energy to show up. So I can't take days off anymore. And
Holy.
I've never shared that publicly, but
hearing that, dude.
every day I want to continue his legacy, because I believe that you don't die when you're 6 feet under. You die when the last person on earth says your name.
Damn, I'm gonna have to process that. That's deep, bro. I got freaking goosebumps hearing that. Thank you for sharing that, dude.
I'm shaking.
Oh, no,
But I've never shared that really.
Dude, now that I hear that, like I see it, like in the way that you show up in your content. It's like has nothing to do with Kevin Cooper. It's like, bro, I'm trying to reach somebody. I'm trying to touch something within somebody right now in the way that I'm speaking. And bro, like you're doing Uncle Freddy. You're making him proud, bro, in the way that you're showing up, dude. You really are. And bro, that's super inspiring to hear.
I hope so.
When was that like he was?
It was in 2018. So it was, he passed away in 2018. And the year before that, so he was with me to get my first tattoo. It says, live a life worthy of the calling you received.
Wow.
And pretty much what that means is like I believe God put a calling inside of all of our brains that we need to chase after.
Wow.
And that's your sole purpose on this planet. And there's gonna be things that help you get there, relationships that help you get there, meeting each other helps us get there, like everything. But there's this one North Star in your life where you're like, is the decision I'm making today gonna bring me closer to that? And my North Star is to help other people realize what their calling is and like what they're here on this planet for. And so he was with me for that. And he always did active stuff with me. We did a push-up for cancer competition in Westport where he was.
Yeah.
And he got 800 push-ups in an hour. It's how many push-ups you could do to raise money for cancer.
Wow.
I got 1,090, and he passed away. And then the next year I did it in his honor, just me. And my goal was to do the amount of push-ups I did and he did in that 1 hour.
Did you do?
And I got 1,900 push-ups in an hour. And
wow, this is an insane story.
And that was the moment where I realized, like, when you do something with the power of someone else and you're doing this to serve, dude, you can take your body to limits that you never even thought was possible.
Wow.
It was an out-of-body experience every push-up, and I try to bring that energy every single day and everything I do.
That's so powerful. Like, man, I feel like I've got stuff like that's outside of me that motivates me, but hearing your story, like, it makes me want to tap into that 10x. Because you're right, dude, when you have something that is just bigger than you, it's like you can tap into almost this supernatural energy that is stronger than yourself. I think maybe that's why a lot of people don't get fit, is because they're just living their lives for their current selves, for their body. They want to do what feels good right now. Oh, eating that junk food feels good right now. What feels good right now? Staying on the couch, doom scrolling feels good right now. Yeah. What if it's not just about you? What if it's about who you can become? What if it's about the impact that you can create? What if it's about the lives of others that you could touch?
100%.
Like, that piece of junk food is not going to look as appetizing.
That's right.
I like to say, like, there's two forces in this world. There's your vision and there's your vices.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And they're like a balancing scale, bro. Like, if your vices are beating you, it's because you're forgetting your vision. But if you're defeating your vices, it's because you got the vision in mind, bro. The vision is the antidote to your vices.
Yeah.
When you have that vision of who I can become, the most fit version of me, the impact I can create, those I can serve, like, not showing up with your fitness doesn't even look appetizing. Like, it looks disgusting, bro. Like, I can't imagine waking up tomorrow eating a bunch of shit food and not training. That would be intolerable to me because I have this vision of who I can be. So I'm sure you've kind of had a similar effect. Like, the day you decided, hey, it's not just about me, it's about what I can do. It's like the vices, they don't even look attractive.
Yeah, 100%. You're absolutely right. You can't go left and right at the same time. You can't go forward and backwards at the same time. You have to choose one. And so I think a lot of people live life based on sight, what they see in the mirror today.
Yeah.
But when you look in the mirror, regardless of what you see, you need to see your future.
Yeah.
And if your future and vision oriented,
yeah,
You're unstoppable.
We're unstoppable, bro.
Let's go.
Because imagine that you're taking actions not from the perspective of what you see, but from the perspective of where you can be. If you take actions based on the perspective of what you can see, and you see in the mirror right now, I'm not fit, what type of conclusions are you going to derive from that? I'm not enough. I'm not fit. I'm just an out of shape type of person. I'm an inconsistent type of person. If you make those conclusions, what type of actions is that going to lead you to taking? More bad actions. It's a perpetual downward cycle. But the moment you live by your vision, no matter where you're at right now, it is literally the cheat code. So I'm gonna act from the perspective of who I can be. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter if you're out of shape. Doesn't matter if you're broke. Doesn't matter if you're ugly. Doesn't matter. You can take actions from that point of view. You can turn that vision to reality. Literally name it and claim it.
That's right.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, the moment you decide is the moment you're successful.
Wow.
Because the moment you decide to take the action in alignment with where you see where you could be, your future self, you've already become it. Time just needs to connect. And every version of you already exists. It's like we were talking about last time with the radio station.
Yeah.
You could be on 99.9 FM. Doesn't mean 101.3 isn't still existing somewhere.
Yeah.
You just haven't turned the knob yet.
Yeah.
And so in your life, you just gotta turn the knob, flip the switch, get on that frequency of your life.
Yeah.
And when you decide to take those actions, you actually become successful.
So powerful. What's so powerful about that is if you hear that and you prescribe to that, you can literally change your life right now in this very moment. Just a decision. You're like, I am the fit version of me now. Point blank, period. I'm not gonna entertain otherwise. This is who I am. I'm gonna do what that version of me does. Point blank, period. If I deviate, I can course correct. If I make a mistake, I bounce back right back.
Yeah.
Like the biggest mistake you can make is having one imperfection. Let's say, I'm sure most people have decided at one point, hey, I wanna be fit. They make one mistake though, and they think, oh, okay, that's just who I am now. That mistake defines who I am. It's like, that's the only mistake you can make because shortcomings are inevitable. We're humans, we're not infallible. Like there might be a moment where you slightly deviate from your intention, but you gotta understand that that deviation doesn't define you and you wanna shrink that mistake into irrelevance. Hey, I committed, I wanna be the fit best version of me. I had a one imperfect moment. How can I follow up with 10 great moments that I don't even recognize? I don't even remember that one imperfect moment. I think how empowering that way of thinking is you can just tune into that frequency, to that radio station, decide right now the type of life that you want to live and just live every single day with that as your North Star. Dude, that's so powerful. You can literally change your life right now. Dude, that makes me want to like recalibrate my vision. I'm like, holy cow, like we can choose anything, bro. Like think for you right now, like you've already decided the type of life that you want to live, the type of legacy you want to leave. Share with me a little bit, the extent of it, right? Obviously you told me a lot of impact. You told me, touch the lives of others, but I want to hear it in more detail, bro. Yeah. What's that vision for you? Where could you be? Not just in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. What could that look like?
Yeah, man. So the vision that I see is I don't want to ever put a number necessarily on how many lives I can impact.
Yeah.
Because I believe that whatever I believe is possible today, it's way, way bigger than that. But I believe I want to impact over 1 million lives. I want to transform 1 million bodies. The reason why I say just 1 million is because why not choose 1 million? But I know it could be way bigger than that. Really, the impact is I just want to, even if it's just one speech I make, they don't even need to become a client. It's just one speech I can make that makes someone make one new decision today. It can change their life forever. It could change the trajectory of their destiny forever because like you can decide to become someone different and you won't be able to change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight.
Yeah.
And so if I can just make some people turn and go towards a different direction in life, that's all I care about. But yeah, I would say 1 million people's lives.
Yeah. That's why we get along so well, bro. We got the exact same mission. We're like, bro, I think we're all here on this earth to do two things: become all that we can possibly become and help others do the same, and lead by example and help others do the same. Like when you look at Kevin's story, you look at the way he's showing up, you look at the fact he did 1,900 push-ups, like it's just, you're paving the way to show others that it's possible for them too. That they don't have to just stay stuck in the same patterns they've been living, that they can, it's like we have a moral obligation to grow into our full potential because by doing that, you show others. Like even you watching, think if there's somebody in your life you want to help, whether it's somebody in your family, whether it's your friends, like the best way you can do that is by working on yourself. And when you shine your light, it's like you guide the way for everybody else and you can truly impact others too.
Yeah. No, you always got to be at your highest frequency. This is why every day is the best day of your life. Because if it's not the best day of your life, you may meet somebody in that moment and it could impact them forever. I always think about like when I met my girlfriend Mackenzie 8 years ago,
Yeah.
if I was in a bad mood in the gym that day, she would have tried to say hi to me and we wouldn't be together today.
Wow.
And so every day needs to be the best of your life because there's opportunities going left and right by your head every single second. And success is where preparation meets opportunity. And if you don't wake up in the morning, you're not prepared for the opportunity, think about how many opportunities have I missed in life because I wasn't on my A game. And so I gotta be on my A game.
What are some strategies that you use to get yourself in that state of being on your A game? Is it just like a willpower thing? Is there certain behaviors and habits that you do that put you in that state? Like, tell me about that.
100%. So what's in sight is in mind. It's like the candy bowl. If there's a they put a candy bowl in an office, and the candy would be gone by the end of the day every single day. They took that candy bowl out of the main room and put it in a back room. No one got candy. Out of sight, out of mind. It's the same thing with our goals and our vision. If your goals aren't in sight and in focus, you lose the focus of it. And so every single morning I start off with a journal prayer.
Like that.
And so it's a letter to future me and to God, asking God, pretty much writing as if I'm the version of me that I already want to become. I'm not saying I want this or I want that. I say I am this, I am that. Thank you, God, for allowing me to impact millions of lives today. Even when I had 1,000 followers on social media, I was like, thank you for allowing me to impact millions of lives today because I need to speak like 1 million people are listening, even if there's only one person listening. And then time literally collapses on it and it catches up with the version of you that you see inside of your own head because you'll never outperform who you see inside of your own head. And so you have to see the future version of you inside of your own head at all times. So keeping it in sight and in focus, just like the candy bowl.
Wow.
And so yeah, morning prayer, journal session, deciding how I want to operate today.
Well, that is some sauce right there, guys. You guys, Kevin, he just said he did that from when he had 1,000 followers on Instagram. Now he's got like over 300,000 followers or something.
So much.
Yeah. And guys, this stuff works. I did the same thing 2.5 years ago when I was living in a different city. I had like no clients. I had no money. My body wasn't as good. My confidence wasn't as good. I had a big old ugly beard, weird hair, but I wrote and I thought and spoke from the version of myself that I was committed to. And now 2.5 years later, everything I wrote is already coming true. I literally visualized and intended on living the life that I'm currently living. Same thing with Kevin. This stuff is not just like magical, mystical stuff. It's like how it works. It's like you have to decide the type of life that you want to live, the version of yourself that you want to become long before you see it. You got to be it before you see it so you can seize it.
Let's go, baby.
Let's get it.
Yeah. And if you don't decide, the world will decide for you. Like, and who else would you bet on than yourself?
Yeah.
Because everybody bets on the stock market. More people bet on a sports game than they bet on themselves. More people upgrade their phone more than they upgrade themselves.
True, yeah.
They get a new car before they get a new them. They get a new shirt before they decide. And so you just gotta decide who you are. Otherwise the world will decide for you.
That's so good.
And every day you gotta remind yourself of who you are or you'll forget.
Yeah. That's so good. I feel like we could talk about that for another hour.
Yeah.
Bro, let's finish this gritty set and we'll do the next exercise. Holy smokes, bro. That was an absolute sauce right there. All right, let's get it.
All right, Jake.
All right, we're gonna get one more set on this each, then we'll go to the next exercise, guys.
Focus time, baby. Come on.
Too easy, bro.
Let's go.
You know what? Bump that weight up,
What do
Kevin.
you want?
Give me one heavier, bro.
One heavier, all right.
After listening to that, there's nothing I can't do.
Go.
Gritty.
Let's go. Operate as next level, Jacob. It's in those level you that you don't even know exists yet. We find out right here. Come on. Come on.
Too easy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Jacob. Come on, push. Push. Nice.
I was like 3 reps stronger than I've ever trained on this exercise.
Let's go, baby.
Why? Because I just tapped into something different, bro. Whatever Kevin said just hit me in my soul and it worked. Holy smokes.
Let's go.
All right, let's go, beast.
All right, gritty set, right?
Everything you got, bro. Hard as you can, every rep, right near failure. Let's go. Good, Kevin. That's easy for you, bro. Nice stretch. Push hard, gritty. Yes, sir. Nice reps. You got more, bro. That's cake for you, bro. You're Supacoopaaa, bro. Gritty. Let's go, beast. More. Yes, sir. That's nothing for you, bro. Easy. Let's go. Let's go, Kevin. Gritty. Good, bro. All the way up, all the way down. Hard as you can. Good gritty reps. Let's go, Kevin. Good gritty reps. You got more all the way to failure. Gritty. Finish. There you go, beast. That's what I like to see, bro. That's like 3 sets in 1 right there, bro.
That's it, baby.
You said that good?
Quality over
Holy
quantity,
cow.
huh?
That was very high quality. All right, guys, you already heard some sauce, but we're gonna go over to the next exercise. All right, guys, this isn't really gritty method best practices. Normally, I prefer to pick more like machines, more stable exercises, because basically more effort you can just put towards training the muscle. But dumbbell press is very fun, especially when you got your boy right there to like hype you up. So we're gonna go gritty dumbbell incline press. Let's get it.
Let's go, Jacob. Nice.
Thanks, bro.
Boom. So, Jacob, you're unstoppable. You're unlimited.
Thanks, bro.
Go. Yep.
That's gritty.
That's all you.
Holy smokes. My chest may or may not already be very sore, bro.
Yeah, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight there.
Today's Sunday. I may or may not have already trained every day of the week. Not fully optimized, but you know what? It's all right.
Sometimes you gotta optimize the mind too, right?
Yeah, it's true, bro. I like training sore. Hopefully you have that next level mindset. Oh, I got a story I want to share with you, bro.
I'm gonna share it now.
I'll let you do the set, but it just reminded me. All right, let's get it, bro.
Wait.
Let's go, Kevin. Solid, bro. Love that. Solid for you. Oh yeah, that's gritty. That's easy. Easy for Supacoopaaa, bro. Yes, sir. Nice reps, Kevin. Yes, sir. Good push. Good gritty rep. Let's go. One more, bro. Gritty one. Finish that. Finish that. Let's go. Love that. Love that, Kevin. Very gritty, bro. Very solid. Holy smokes, bro. Whew. That was good, bro. Feel that chest, upper chest?
Yeah, that's great.
That was good.
Starting with hundreds is wild.
Yeah, dude. Cheetahs don't stretch, bro. I mean, the thing is, like, when you're advanced enough, like, you know you're not going to cheat your form.
Right.
It's not like the warm-ups, like, are physiologically doing any good. Maybe mentally, like, it's helpful.
Right.
But, like, physiologically, like, your muscles are capable of going just as heavy from the rip. You know what I mean? If anything, sometimes warm-ups can hinder you because, especially if you go close to failure on a warm-up, you're already creating some fatigue. It's going to make it harder.
Yeah, a lot of people are fatigue themselves in the warm-ups.
So true, bro. But I was going to share with you, and I was saying, like, sometimes it's good to train even when you're sore because of the mental benefit, have you ever heard the story of Viktor Frankl? You know who that is?
No.
Well, Viktor Frankl, he was a prisoner in the Nazi Germany concentration camps. And he wrote a book called A Man's Search for Meaning. And it's all about how when he was in the concentration camps, they literally did the most horrific, inexcusable things, torturing these people. Yeah. But he literally, when he was in like the shit of it, he would like envision himself having already got out of it, still alive, inspiring people, telling them the story that he lived through, telling them how they can take ownership over their own mind. And he literally liberated himself, even though his physical body was being tortured, starved, beaten, and he was more free than all the other prisoners. He was more free than even the Germans who were, the ones doing the inflicting.
Right.
Because he traveled into his own mind and he figured out this powerful nature that human beings have, and it's to be stronger than your body, and that despite what happens to you, you always have the freedom to choose how you respond to it.
Right.
And it's so powerful, bro. It's like when you're in the gym and your muscles are hurting, right? The reactive part of you is gonna say, oh, this hurts, therefore I feel bad.
Yeah.
But the proactive part of you, right? The Viktor Frankl part of you, the part of you that understands I am stronger than my body, can literally experience the exact same pain, but framing it in a different way.
Yeah, mental reframe, baby.
Mental reframe. Isn't that powerful, bro? Like, imagine the full extent of it. Like, if he could go through that and still have ownership over his mind in literally the hardest physical circumstance you could possibly be in, what excuse do we have?
Exactly.
Anything.
Yeah, it's a little hot outside, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't that crazy, bro?
Dang, dude, that's a powerful story.
Sorry about that, guys. The audio cut out for a sec, but I was pretty much just explaining to Kevin that story of Viktor Frankl. And then even while we were off camera, he was telling me how he actually started his business during COVID. And like, that was obviously a hard season for a lot of people. How did you like interpret that season of your life to not like let it actually knock you down and affect you negatively?
Yeah, so like Jacob was talking about, it's all about the mental reframes, right? And so I like to look at everything as happening like God is gifting you this moment, this experience, because if I'm alive. So like, that's the first thing I always ground myself to is like, if I'm alive, I have opportunity. The people that don't have opportunity, they're dead. And so I said, in this period of time, you could take the same experience, COVID, gym shut down, can't work out. And if I didn't have the identity of a fit person, you see, when you have an identity of somebody, your actions are in alignment no matter what external circumstances going on around you, because you have the internal circumstance in alignment. And so a lot of people during that period of time said, hey, gyms are closed, I shouldn't work out. External circumstance, COVID, gym closed.
Yeah.
Me and Mackenzie, we had a garage. Home Depot was open. We got cement bucket, 2x4s, and built a squat rack and bench press out of, cement and wood. And we started working out in there. I had a camera. It was also the year I graduated university, and I didn't even get a graduation because school shut down.
Yeah.
And I was actually gonna go and work in corporate.
Really?
But nobody was hiring. So I picked up the camera and I said, let me bet on myself.
Wow.
And it was actually the biggest blessing that ever happened to me personally. I know it was a tough time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But to me, I said, what can I do to use my time, my energy, and my attention wisely? Because those are the free resources I do have control over. And so, like you said, mental reframe. And I said, what can I do with this energy that I have?
Yeah, I wanted to share this with you because I actually just heard this story earlier today. But it's this story of this farmer whose horse ran away. And the neighbor says to the farmer, he's like, I'm so sorry that, your horse ran away. And the farmer said, don't be, who knows what's good or bad. And then the horse the next day came back with a whole fleet of wild horses that it met. And the neighbor said, I'm so happy for you that this happened to you. And the farmer said, don't be, who knows what's good or bad. And then the next day, the farmer's son tried to mount one of the wild horses, and it fell, the son fell off the horse and he broke his leg. And then the neighbor said, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. And then the farmer said, don't be, who knows what's good or bad. And then the last day, some people knocked on the farmer's door to forcefully recruit for the army. And they tried to recruit his son, but his son was exempt because his leg was broken.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is like, no matter what happens to you, you don't know in the moment, like the bigger picture. And you always have the choice on, how you're going to actually take action from that moment, So sometimes like the hardest challenges that we've ever been through, only in hindsight, we realize that was the best thing that ever happened to me. My whole fitness journey came from a seed of like me getting heartbroken and being such a challenging season in my life. Same thing for you, like COVID, and that could be something that was so hard, but in hindsight, you realize, man, that was the best thing that ever happened. Yeah. There's probably a lot of people out there that are going through something super hard and they think that, man, this is just gonna define me, but that's really just a choice. Like that perspective is really just a choice. You might look back on this situation that you're going through and in a year, 3 years, 5 years, and realize, man, that was the best thing that ever happened because it was the catalyst for me changing my life. Yeah. But you have to have that mindset of like, nothing's gonna control me. I'm gonna control everything. My circumstances don't control me. I control my circumstances through who I am, through how I show up every single day, through the actions I take, and through the decisions that I make.
Yeah. Yeah, the stories you tell yourself are so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that story you said about the farmer.
Yeah.
And luck isn't real, right? Do you believe in luck?
I haven't really pondered that question, but I don't think so.
I don't believe in luck because just like the story you explained, there is this man who fought in Afghanistan, a soldier.
Yeah.
And his whole left arm and left leg got blown off because they ran over a bomb in the ground.
Yeah.
And everybody said, like, how unlucky was it that your vehicle ran over the mortar?
Yeah.
And he said, I wasn't unlucky. I was lucky because I was sitting on the right side of the vehicle and my brother died.
Wow.
Because he was to my left.
Yeah.
And I just lost an arm and a leg.
Wow.
When my brothers died. And so I think knowing, it's kind of dark to say, but knowing that it could always get worse.
Yeah.
You realize how good you actually have it.
That's so good, bro.
And yeah,
I like
real.
this. I haven't heard this from anywhere, but I think about this sometimes. It's like if you died, like let's say you died and like you had a second chance at life, like death is like maybe the worst thing that could happen to you. It's like if you said like I died and then I came back to life, like imagine how differently you would live your life. You're like, man, I have a second chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to live every day like that. Like shoot, I'm already dead. What does it matter if I fail one more time? What does it matter if I put myself out there one more time? What does it matter if I try? I already died, right? And it like kind of takes your ego out of it. Like you don't have anything to protect and you're kind of not playing to like not lose anymore. You're playing to win. I kind of thought about that when you shared that story.
Yeah. Dude, that's huge. Play to win. A lot of people play to not lose.
Yeah.
There's a difference between playing to not lose and actually playing to win.
Yeah.
Because we're not here to tie. We're here to freaking win.
That's so deep.
And we're all gonna die anyways. None of us are making it out alive. So it's like, you literally don't have anything to lose.
That's true, bro. I think in my, when I think back on my life, the #1 best thing I ever did was start putting myself out there on social media, start pulling up my phone, start talking to the camera, and start embarrassing myself.
Yeah.
Like people didn't see in 2024 when for 6 months straight I was talking to the camera looking so goofy, right? They see 2.5 years later, oh wow, like you articulate yourself well, you share good messages. Like, dude, you didn't see all the times that I just straight up embarrassed myself. But what happens when you embarrass yourself and you keep going? You become desensitized to the fear of failure. You're like, shoot, I already put myself out there and got embarrassed once, twice, 10 times, 20 times. It's like, who cares? Like, I don't really give a shit anymore. Like, I'll just do it because I'm passionate about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Something so powerful about failing, bro. It's like the more you just put yourself out there and fail, it's like you get desensitized to that, the fear of not losing, right? Or like the playing to not lose. And you like, I think it helps you create that perspective. Like, hey, I'm just gonna play to win. I'm gonna go all after my vision. I'm gonna go all out. You know what I mean?
Love that. Dude, you have to fail. Yeah, like, dude, failure is a prerequisite. And it's the mental reframe that we were talking about. It's like, you should be looking to fail every day because if you don't actually fail, then you don't know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
So failure is like, okay, I'm capable of this. Now I have my benchmark to beat that every single day. Beat the next level.
Yeah.
The next level is always harder than the last, baby.
Speaking of failure, bro, let's go right to failure on this set, right? See what Kevin said. See if I can literally go all the way to failure.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
Let's see what you're capable of.
All right, bro.
This very moment.
I'm not cold, bro. Oh.
Let's go. Nice. Slow Jacob. Freaking strong, babe. Come on. Nice. Let's go. Good reps. Come on. Nice. Let's go. You got one more.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right, one more, bro.
So,
Let's get it.
whoosh. Still Sunday,
All
right?
right, smokes, yeah, right? Let's see it. Let's go, beast. Let's go, Kevin. Nice, bro. Oh yeah, pumping those out, bro. Nice. Gritty. Good reps, bro. Hard as you can. Nice rep, Kevin. Like that. Gritty. Finish. Nice, Kevin. Like that. Good stuff, bro. Holy smokes. Very gritty, bro. Like that.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Woo. That's it on the dumbbell press. We're gonna switch it up, guys. We're gonna go outside.
Let's go, baby.
All right. This is about to be crazy, guys. So this is a circuit that Kevin and I invented. Pretty much what you do, it's a bit of a challenge. It's not really based on the grit method. We're kind of like going off track a little bit, just have fun, push our minds. But what you do is we're gonna have one person push the sled, then they do one push-up, then the other person pushes the sled, then they do one push-up, and then the other person pushes the sled and you go, and then I'll do two, and then he does two, and then we're gonna slowly go up. So go from one push-up, see as many as we can get. So last time our record was 10 push-ups. We're gonna beat 10, right, bro?
Yeah, at least 11 this time.
At least 11. Let's
1% better, baby.
1% better. All right, you want to push first?
All right. Yeah, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go, Kevin. Chest feeling good, man. Chest feeling fresh. Oh yeah, very fresh, bro. Take me back to my football days, bro.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. You gotta want it. You gotta demand it.
Yup.
4, 2,
1.
Come on.
2, 3, 4.
5. Got you with a good
1,
push.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Go, baby. 6.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Let's go, Kevin. 1, 2, 3.
7.
1, 2, 6, 7. Let's go, Kevin. 1.
It's all about the push now.
Yep. Let's go, Kevin.
Where are we at?
You're at 10.
10. Let's go.
Let's go, Kevin. Just getting started, bro.
11.
Let's go, Kevin.
No. Ah, shit.
Woo. Oh. Oh. We beat our record, bro.
We got 11.
Go, beast. Woo. So last time we had 10, this time we get 11. That's progress. Next time we'll get 12. All right, I gotta rest. Holy smokes. Actually, we'll talk. Sometimes it's in the hard moments. That's when you gotta keep going, right, bro? Anyone can do it when it's easy. Anybody can do it when they're energized. Yeah. That's when it's uncomfortable. That's when you really prove to yourself who you are. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only way to level up. If you do what you think is capable, what is capable for you today is exactly who you are today.
Ooh.
Your inputs equal your outputs. So what you are used to doing, what you think you're capable of doing, equals who you are today. When you start doing one more than what you're capable of, then you become one more. You can always become more than you currently are.
That's good.
You can always get more than you currently have.
That's true.
You can always do more than you currently do.
Sure.
And once you do more than you currently do,
Yeah.
you become more than you currently are.
Yeah.
And you get more than what you currently got.
That's good, bro. And you have to achieve it to desensitize yourself to what's possible for you. So your identity expands at your capacity, right? When you get a little bit more fit, when you do that first 9.5 minute mile, that first 9 minute mile, that first 8.5 minute mile, right? When you hit that first time 100 pounds on dumbbell press, it recalibrates your own self-image, the way that you think about yourself. You prove to yourself you're more capable than you thought. That's why the gym is not just a room with weights to pick stuff up, put stuff down. It's a place where you can go to tap into what you're truly capable of. Every time you get a little bit stronger, not only is it affecting your muscles, it's affecting your mindset. It's affecting what you believe about yourself, who you believe that you are. What a beautiful opportunity to step into somewhere every single day and tap into something that's deeply within all of us 100%, and actualize what we're fully capable of.
Absolutely. A lot of people like to look at the gym at what it costs. The cost of a membership, the cost of the time I need to spend, the cost of the energy I need to spend. It's not a cost, it's an investment.
Yeah.
Because what an investment is you invest in what you think is gonna go up in value. You would never invest in a stock that you think is gonna go down in value. Same thing with yourself. Every rep in the gym is an investment in your future, and you're putting that belief in your head that future me is worth getting stronger for.
Yeah.
Future family is worth being better for. Future career, future version of me is worth being a better version of me for.
I love that.
And so exactly what you said, you're in the gym here to see what that next level looks
Yeah.
like. You don't get better on the couch.
So good, bro. And Kevin was telling me earlier, he's like, bro, there's no winning it with fitness. People have in their mind, oh, if only I get fit, if only I can get a six-pack, it's gonna make me something that I'm not. I'm gonna achieve this feeling that I don't feel. It has nothing to do with that. You're here from firsthand, from people that have six-packs, that have muscles. We could care less about that. It's not about going after the goal. It's a lifestyle. It's a commitment to the type of man that we wanna be, because there's no end goal. If you get fit, but 3 months later, you're out of shape again, did you really win with fitness?
Nah.
I would say no.
Nope.
The whole point of fitness is to keep playing, to keep growing. The whole purpose of life is to keep expanding. If you've gotten numbed out to the instant pleasures, you find yourself just binging all the time. You're surrounded by people that are holding you back. Understand, you can wake up. You can totally change your environment. Start listening to guys that are doing what you want to do. Change your environment, adopt new habits. Understand that you're not on this earth to coast. You're not on this earth to drift. You're not on this earth to be a victim to everything that wants to keep you safe, numb, and happy and complacent in the moment. You're on this earth to tap into the potential that's within you. I'm not special. Kevin will be the first to say he's not special. If we can do it, you can do it. It's within you. Truly believe that. Envision who you can be. Commit to a new environment. Commit to new habits. You can totally transform yourself from the inside out.
Yeah, I love that. And you're not defined by what you look like. You're defined by your decisions today. You have a six-pack today, but if you take the easy way out today, you're a loser.
Yeah.
I know it's a harsh word, but what being a loser means is you lose.
Yeah.
And if you don't do what you say you're gonna do, you lose.
Yeah.
You could be 500 freaking pounds, but if you're running on Bayshore with Jacob and you're sweating, you're a freaking
already
winner.
winning, bro.
You're a winner.
Fitness means nothing. The results that you have mean nothing if you're not willing to hold that identity, hold that standard every single day. Kevin and I could lose all our results a month from now. It's not about having the results. It's a commitment towards that way of life. And you can make that commitment right now, today. How empowering is that? How beautiful is that? You don't have to earn the opportunity to step into that lifestyle. You can decide right now, today, you can change your life.
And you don't feel good when you get the six-pack. You feel good the first day you work towards getting the six-pack. That's when you actually start feeling
bro. That's good, because then you're on path. Then you're living on purpose, bro. If you don't feel that purpose, like, now is your chance. Like, envision who you can be and start living that purposeful life. So much better than the alternative. I won the biggest procrastinator award every single year in high school. I was numbed out, just eating Zinger Mountain Melts, watching porn all the time, just texting with this girl hoping she was gonna reciprocate feelings for me. Numbed out, just scrolling on my phone, listening to Juice WRLD, thousands of hours of rap, just replaying in my ears over and over. Numbed out on the video game all day. I'm not special. If I could do it, you could do it. It takes a commitment to a different way of life. It takes a commitment to being the best version of yourself. It starts right there. All you have to do is decide. You can do it right now.
Dude, I'm proud of you, brother.
Yeah, thanks, bro. You too, bro.
So,
all right, good stuff. Holy smokes.
good. So beautiful, right? Like, look at the, like, could you imagine, like, that we're on the one planet that we're allowed to breathe and exist on? And like look at the clouds up there, man.
It's true.
It's a masterpiece.
It is.
Created by God.
Show the camera over there, bro. Look at the skyline, dude.
Dude, it's a
How
masterpiece.
do you think those buildings got built? Think somebody woke up today and stumbled on the creation of skyscrapers? It started with a vision in one man's mind of what's possible.
And it's the same thing when you look in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, you see the greatest miracle ever created, and it's called human life. And so when you had a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born, you already beat the freaking odds. And people don't think they're lucky. You've already freaking beat the odds. 1 in 400 trillion chance of being alive.
Wow, bro, that's
being born.
That's a small chance.
And 150,000 people die every single day.
Wow.
And so anyone watching this, you're alive right now. You have the opportunity to exist on the one planet that breathes air, that you get to exist, that you have the opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
Dude, this is opportunity, baby.
And if you literally want a shortcut to tapping into that, like, message this guy. Message somebody that's got the answers to the test. It can be hard to figure this stuff out by yourself. Maybe you're not in the right environment right now. Maybe you don't know how to set the right habits. You know what? It's just a shortcut. Collapse time. Reach out to somebody like Kevin. Be like, dude, give me the answers to the test. Help me enter an environment where it's going to be like swimming with the current instead of swimming upstream.
You're right back, right? Likewise with Jacob. I know this is your video, but yeah, dude, hire freaking Jacob, man. Because, dude, it's not even about the knowledge. It's about the energy.
Yeah.
It's about the energy.
I agree, bro.
Like, think about how you can adopt the belief from somebody else.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people hire you. Why a lot of people hire me is because they adopt the belief that we have in them.
Yep.
And they put that in their life.
People don't understand every dollar you spend sends a signal to yourself about who you are. When you're investing, not only are you getting the program, the stuff, the actual deliverables, You're getting the belief. You're getting the identity. What happens when you invest thousands of dollars in yourself? You tell yourself that you're a certain kind of person. You tell yourself that you're worth it. You draw your line in the sand. You put your money where your mouth is. The transformation is in the transaction. The minute you make that investment is the minute you say, this is my new life. Sometimes it takes putting some skin in the game, right? It's a lot easier to do something like that than it is to just say, all right, I'll try again. You've probably already tried. It's a lot easier to do something different, right? If you keep doing what you're done, you'll just get more of what you got. You got to change to change.
That's right. What's going to change if you don't change, right?
So good, bro. Ah. All right, that's good. All right, guys, thanks for joining in on this video with me and my guy, Kevin. That was a fun one, bro. Kevin, where can they find you, bro, to keep up with you?
You can find me at Supacoopaaa on Instagram with 3 A's at the end.
Nice.
You can search up the Let's Get Supafit podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
I love that, bro.
And you'll be seeing me in more Jacob's videos.
Yeah, we're going to definitely crank a podcast, but thank you guys for joining. And like I said, you can reach out to Kevin on Instagram. You're more than welcome to reach out to me if you need some help with this stuff, because like I said, me and Kevin, we truly don't believe we're special. Our business is not just about us. We just happen to tap into something that we know is possible for all of you. And that's our whole goal with our business, is to spread that. We want to be contagious. We want to help people like yourself to get fit, to create that self-confidence, to tap into that potential that is within you. So if you want to do that, reach out to either one of us. We'd be more than happy to help you out. It's really not about us. It's about you. Like, we genuinely have a desire to serve. But thank you if you stuck around all the way to the end of this video. Catch you in the next one.
It's a blessing to meet you, brother.
Yeah, bro. That was
Appreciate
super
you.
fun, dude.